Antitrust plaintiffs must clear multiple hurdles on the way to recovery. Even after they've proved the fact of damages, in other words, that unlawful anti-competitive activities cause them harm, plaintiffs face another difficulty. They must prove the amount of their damages. In Bigelow versus RKO Radio Pictures, the Supreme Court must decide if the plaintiff's damages calculation is too speculative to allow for recovery. Florence Bigelow ran the Jackson Park Movie Theater in the Loop District of Chicago. Bigelow and others brought an antitrust action against RKO Radio Pictures, other movie distributors, and several distributor-controlled or affiliated theaters that also operated in the same part of Chicago. Bigelow and the other plaintiffs claimed that movie distributors and affiliated theaters conspired to implement a discriminatory film distribution scheme in violation of the Sherman Act. The scheme blocked independent theaters like Bigelow's from showing a film until 10 weeks after its first showing in the distributor-affiliated theaters. Thus, because Bigelow's theater was unable to secure films that hadn't been shown elsewhere, it lost out on profits. The plaintiffs offered two ways to measure the damage caused by the anti-competitive scheme. First, they offered proof under the so-called yardstick method, comparing the earnings of Bigelow's theater to the earnings posted by a distributor-affiliated theater that had benefited from the conspiracy. The comparable theater brought in roughly $116,000 more than Bigelow's. Second, the plaintiffs offered proof under the before and after method, which compared Bigelow's profits during a 4-year period before the conspiracy to a 5-year period of lessened profits after the conspiracy took effect. This comparison showed a reduction in earnings of roughly $126,000. The jury awarded plaintiffs $120,000 in damages. Because the Clayton Act, an antitrust statute, authorized treble damages, the court entered a judgment for 3 times that amount. The Seventh Circuit reversed the award based on uncertainty of the proof of damages. The Supreme Court granted cert.